Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Video Game Pickups. It's been a really long time since the last episode, like 6-7 months? Like, that's a long time, and between last episode and this episode, I picked up so many games. I don't remember which ones I picked up between, so I only picked the ones that I know for certain that I got after the last episode, and yeah, let's get started. First of all, there's a lot of special editions of everything right here. I know you can't see it because it's off screen right now, but like half this stuff is thank you Wii U gamepad for turning on suddenly. Yeah, almost all this stuff is just like special edition this, special edition that, you know. So I think we should start off with stuff that isn't a special edition, and then we'll move on to like the good stuff, I guess you could say. Let me see. Between last episode and this episode, I got a PlayStation 4. I think I got it at a pretty good time. Maybe I should have waited till there was like a better sale, but I got the Batman edition. So here I got the new Batman game. It was free because it came with the PlayStation 4. Unfortunately, I haven't gotten around to playing this one yet. Yeah, I played Arkham Asylum like 100%, but I haven't gotten around to City, I haven't gotten around to Origins. Actually, I did play Origins for like... I played like 10% of Origins. It was pretty good, but I just didn't feel like finishing it. But one day I'll get around to Arkham Knight, which is the new one. And hey, it was free, so that's good. So with the PlayStation 4, there's a couple of games I really wanted. One of them is Infamous Second Son, right here. And I played the first one and the second one a little bit, and I liked them, so I was like, hey, I'll get this one. And I played this one a lot more. Once again, I only got like maybe 20% through the game. Just like the first 5 to 10 hours, something like that. I don't know exactly how long the game is, but this game's really good, like from everything I've played of it. And I actually spent a lot of time playing this on the Vita for the remote play thing. And, I'm glad I got to finally use the remote play because it works really well. And yeah, it's a good game. It's fairly cheap, so I mean, if you have a PlayStation 4, you should really get this one. I also got, with my PlayStation 4, the third game I got is Dragon Ball Xenoverse. Haven't played this at all. Like, this isn't even installed on my PlayStation 4 right now. I really like Dragon Ball. Like, if you look over there, there's just like a whole... There's actually several shelves just for like Dragon Ball stuff. So I'm a really big fan. I have a bunch of the video games back there. I just haven't gotten around to playing this one specifically. But everyone's like, hey, this is the best one in a while, because I know there was like a few that weren't so good, like Ultimate Tenkaichi. People didn't really like that one too much. And then there was like a couple ones after that, and people were like, oh, these are kind of meh. But everyone seemed to like this one. It looks really cool. You can make your own character and insert them into the story, and the story is finally... It's finally something that isn't just the show in video game form. It's a little different, so that's pretty good. Now that I'm talking about it, I feel like playing it. I probably won't for a while, though. And recently, we're just gonna get all the PlayStation 4 games out of the way. Recently, I got Star Wars Battlefront. Glad I got the regular edition, because the special edition is $10 more, and it just gives you like 2 emotes. Nobody uses emotes in that game, so I'm like, what? Why would you get the special edition? You do get like this OP gun, like ahead of everyone else, but I mean, still, it's kind of dumb. But the game itself, it's alright. It's not worth $60. I paid $60. It's not quite worth $60. If you can find it for like $40, sure, but keep in mind, there's basically no single player. When the online servers go offline for this game, it's gonna be like worthless. Like, you're not going to want to play this without online because there's almost nothing for single player, which is ridiculous because that's what I did all the time in the first two Battlefront games. And also, it's not quite Battlefront. I mean, I could go on and on about stuff this game does right and stuff it does wrong. Overall, disappointing, but it's not bad. Like, some people are like, oh, it's a bad game. It's not really a bad game. It's just, it lacks a lot of like single player stuff that a lot of people really liked in the first and second game. So, yeah. What else do we got here? Let's look at some 3DS games. I got Ocarina of Time 3D. Now, I got like, what is this? The Saudi Arabia version? Malaysia, Singapore version. I don't know why. It's completely in English. Completely in English, works on my North American 3DS. It works fine, but for some reason, it's from Malaysia / Saudi Arabia. I don't know why. But when I got this game, I was like, okay, people are like, this is the best game ever. I don't remember it being the best game ever, so I replayed it, and my opinion didn't change too much. Like, I replayed it, and I was like, this is good, but it's not the best thing ever. Because people are always like, oh, Ocarina of Time, it's the best game ever. I'm like, it's pretty good. It's not the best one. I really like Wind Waker just a lot more. But yeah, I played all the way through it within like 2 weeks of getting the 3DS version. And it has a lot of really good improvements over the original. Next 3DS game I got is Triforce Heroes. Haven't even opened it. It's like, you can probably see by the reflection, it's still in the shrink wrap. I've heard this game is only good if you also have friends who play this game and they're not bad at Zelda. Like, apparently that's the only way you can have fun with this game is if you have friends to play it with. Sorry, the air is really dry right now. It's like really cold too, so I might cough a little bit. But yeah, I heard it's good, but not very good if it's single player. So kind of the same problem with Battlefront. It's like, you really only get it for the multiplayer. And so the next game I got is Final Fantasy 1 20th Anniversary Edition, which is like this semi-remake of the very first game. And I bought this based off of the Completionist review. I liked his review of it. I thought the game looked pretty good, so I was like, hey, I played 7, I played 13, might as well play the first one. It's very turn-based old style, which I really like. Or rather, I like things about like classic RPGs, not everything. But I definitely like turn-based stuff, so yeah, glad I got this. I got it in really good condition. Like, obviously this is used, and oh, for a second I was like, why is the game not in the case? It's in my PSP right now. Yeah, it came with the manual. It's in like really nice condition. I was surprised because usually, you know, you get a used game and it's got like sticky stuff on it, or you know, it's like ruined somehow. I actually have a second table over here because I have like all the special edition stuff, which we're gonna get to in a second. It's all in like big boxes, so I have to have like a table here and like move it over. Oh boy, there's a lot of stuff to tackle. Let's go with Super Mario Maker. Alright. So Super Mario Maker, pretty good. Now if you don't know, I fiddle around a lot with Lunar Magic, which is this ROM hacking software. So I was pretty much doing this before this existed. I don't know why I'm rubbing it like that. I don't know. But yeah, which is probably why I was a little disappointed with the game at first. It's better now because they've done some like updates, they've added some features. But like, you start up the game and all you have is like blocks and like Koopas and Goombas. And I'm like, I can't really do much with this. Like, how creative can you really be? And they did that so that you would get used to making a level but I've already designed dozens and dozens of levels beforehand using like an actual Mario engine before. So like I already knew what I was doing, but they were still like, we gotta ease you into this. And I'm like, no, I'm already good at this. Let me just do things. But I don't know. Eventually after stuff unlocked and they updated some stuff, it's much better now. It's still not like great. There's a lot of things missing from it. Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking. Like when the game came out, there was no checkpoints. You couldn't make checkpoints in the levels. I don't know. It was kind of weird. But I'm glad the game exists. And I played it quite a bit, but I think I'm gonna be done with it for now. The next game, kind of weird. The Legend of Zelda Parallel Worlds. You're probably thinking, what is this game? This game doesn't exist. It doesn't exist, but it does. This is a ROM hack on an actual cartridge. So it's a fan-made Zelda game, and it's really difficult. You have to go through like 3 dungeons before you even get the sword, which is ridiculous. But like once you get like really into it, I don't know, it's a good ROM hack. It's well made. Maybe a little bit too difficult for its own good. Like it's even more difficult than the original Zelda, Blind. Like it's kind of ridiculous, but I don't know, it's well made. It comes in a really nice box, very like professional. It looks like it's a real thing. Like yeah, this is a reproduction of fan-made games, some other stuff. Like it just looks really nice. I got this from, I think the people who make it, their company is called 8-Bit Revolution. Even though this is a 16-bit game, but yeah, 8-Bit Revolution, look it up. Zelda Parallel Worlds. You can also just download the game, but I wanted like a physical cartridge. Unfortunately, I don't think it works on the Retron 5, so be careful with that if you have a Retron 5. The next game here, another special edition, because I'm just going through like special editions and like limited edition stuff. The next game is Dengeki Bunko Fighting Climax, which is a fighting game with just a bunch of anime characters, and this is like the special box if you like pre-ordered it. It comes with the soundtrack. The soundtrack is not very good. It only has like 4-5 tracks on it, and in addition to that, it doesn't have the best track in the game. Like the theme song of the game is not on the soundtrack. I don't know what they were thinking, but I'm glad I have the big box at least. And this is what the actual thing looks like here. But yeah, it is a really good game. I don't usually get too into these fighting games, but this one I did. Like I've played a little Street Fighter, a little Dead or Alive. I've played a little bit of Tekken, a little bit of Soul Calibur. Just a little bit of all those fighting games, and none of them like, I like all of them, but I never got like really into them. This one, I got really into this one, and I'm guessing it's just because I know pretty much every character on here, with the exception of like a few of the assists. But yeah, I've watched almost every anime that all the characters are from, so I was like, hey, this is really cool. It's a big crossover experience. It's almost like Smash Bros. Not the fighting style, but like the fact that it's like a big crossover thing. It plays a little like a faster pace Street Fighter, I guess you could say. And I actually bothered to learn like button combos and supers and blah blah blah, which I didn't really bother to learn in Street Fighter. I was just like, how do I play this? I don't know. And I just kind of tried to figure it out. Like the only thing I can do in Street Fighter is do like a Hadouken and like the tornado kick, and that's pretty much all I do. But yeah, it's a really good fighting game. It's also on PS3, by the way. I just like playing it on the Vita because the D-pad on the Vita is a really nice D-pad. Alright, oh, we got so many things to move on to. Let's get the least exciting thing out of the way. Chibi Robo Ziplash. I got the special Amiibo edition. Just look how special this is. I'm underlying it with my hand. But yeah, I wanted the Amiibo, so I got this one. And the game's pretty good, but it has some weird problems. After you beat like the first couple levels, it's like, hey, we're gonna like roll a die, and then you're gonna play a random level. And like sometimes it will make you replay earlier levels. I don't know what they were thinking. Like it's not like a linear experience, it's not like a branched experience, it's a random experience, which I don't really like. But the level design, the controls, the graphics, everything, even the music, everything's really good. It just has that like one really weird problem where it's like, oh, you beat this level, you might have to play it again if the die rolls in a certain way that you land on that same level again. So you can just end up playing the same couple levels like over and over and over again, not really make any progress. It's a really dumb mechanic. I don't know what they were thinking. Nintendo's made some weird decisions before, like a couple of the decisions with like Codename Steam or whatever. I heard that had some problems and then they fixed some of the problems, whatever. I never even got that game. Anyways, this is the big one. And by the big one, I mean one of the 3 big ones. I got the magnificent, like this game is really good, Steins limited edition. How many times have I said edition in this episode? Steins Gate is really good. The only thing is, it's not really a game. It's really not a game. It's a novel. It's a visual novel. So if you don't know what a visual novel is, it's a novel, but with some pictures, some visuals. They're not animated or moving or anything, just like still images. It's a book with a few pictures, but it's not a comic book. It's like kind of written like a book. So it's also really long. So if you like reading and you like a good sci-fi story, gotta get this one. It takes a while to get through. It's pretty long. I think I just said that. Don't want to repeat myself too much. In the special edition, oh boy, it came with a lot of really cool stuff. Because in addition to being a fan of the novel, I'm also a fan of the show. I actually watched the show first. Can't really decide which one is better. Most people are like, the book is better because it's the book. But I don't know. The book is kind of like long-winded a little bit. The show is more fast-paced and doesn't really leave out much. The show hits just about all the same like plot points. It's almost an exact copy, just like sped up. But anyways, it came with a lot of really cool stuff. It came with like these pins, and now if you've seen the show or you've read the book, you know about the pins. And it comes with 2 pins from the show, and it's the member pins, the people who are members of the lab, and it's just really cool. And it comes with a metal Oopa, which is it's right behind me. But I'll probably have like a close-up of that or something on screen now. But the metal Oopa is just really cool, and then, I don't know. I'm just a really big fan. It's one of my favorite things ever. Like one of my favorite TV shows. Probably my favorite novel, even though people are like, it's a game because you play it on the game console. I'm like, but you don't really play it, you just kind of read it, so I don't know. Anyways, we got just 2 more things left, and once again, I bought a ton of stuff between last episode and this episode, but this episode, I'm just kind of giving you the highlights because I don't remember everything that I bought, because that would be crazy if I could remember everything I bought exactly when I bought it too. Anyways, I just got this today actually. The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel. And I got once again, I got the special edition. This game looks really cool, so that's why I bought it. apparently it's in like a long series of games. And in the series, there are multiple story arcs. So this is the first of a new story arc. So basically, you can jump right into the series using this game. And because this is like the beginning of a new story arc. So that's kind of how it's designed. But the next game, you can't jump right into it. So I forget exactly what's in here. I hope I don't regret getting like the special edition. I hope I'm a fan of this game. It's a turn-based RPG, which I love. I love turn-based RPGs. Nobody makes turn-based anymore. I hope the reflection isn't like blinding everyone, because it's really shiny. I'll put that down now. I really like turn-based, and nobody makes turn-based anymore. It's always action RPG or like that weird MMO style where you move around, but you select the things at the bottom with the menu. Turn-based is great, and it has like light strategic elements, which I really like too, because I like strategy games too, most of the time. But yeah, we're down to our last thing. It's really exciting. Alright, here it goes. Xenoblade Chronicles X. My addiction. When I say my addiction, I'm not really joking that much. It's a little bit of my addiction. So with this right here, this special edition, let's talk about like what comes in it first. It comes with an art book. The art book's really nice. It comes with an art card. I really like art cards because I can actually display them, whereas the art book, you just sort of store away and you look at it once in a while maybe. But the art card, you can just like display it. It looks really nice. And you get a flash drive in the shape of a Lifehold, which if you're a fan of all the Xeno games, the Lifehold is in the shape of a Zohar. So I have a Zohar flash drive, and that just amazes me because once again, I'm a huge fan of like all these games. I played Xenogears several times, Xenosaga several times. I beat the first Xenoblade 3 times. And now I've got this one. I beat this game, I beat the story at least, a week after it came out. Played it about 100 hours in about a week, which is crazy. Try not to do that. Now, I took time off work, so don't be like, you have no life. No, I took time off work. You know, there are things I usually do, and it kind of ruined everything, because I stopped recording videos, like Let's Play videos. I stopped exercising. I skipped a couple meals here and there. I was just like, forget everything. I'm playing this game like 16 hours a day, 12 to 16 hours a day. And here's the actual box over here. I had it sticking out so I could just pull it out whenever. And it's right here. It's really nice box art. It's really nice. And this game is worth your money. It's $60. Just the story mode is going to take you like 100 hours. And if you're doing 100%, it's hundreds and hundreds of hours. I've played it for almost 200 hours already, and I've done like 60, 70%. Who knows how long it'll actually take. I'm definitely doing 100% because I'm crazy. And now if you look up there, you might notice there's a second copy of this game. I may have bought 2 copies. Okay, let me explain this before you think I'm crazy. First of all, yes, it's good to support the game, especially because I didn't expect it to sell very well. Apparently it's selling okay, which is good. But I want to make sure that one day we get another one of these, because I really like these Xeno games. But yeah, the reason I got a second copy is I pre-ordered the game, and then they were like, announcing special edition, so I pre-ordered the special edition, but I didn't cancel my regular edition. So like, before the game was gonna come out, I was like, okay, I should cancel the regular edition, because the special edition is gonna come with the game. Makes sense, right? Okay, here's the thing. They delayed the special edition by like a week on Amazon, or at least for me they did. So it was like, well crap, I'm gonna get the regular edition, so I can play it day one, and then I'll get the special edition just so I can have the extra stuff. So I just really wanted to play it when it came out, because I specifically took off a week of work to play it during that week. And if I got it at the end of my vacation, that wouldn't really make any sense. So it was like, okay, I'm getting 2 copies of the game. So that's what happened. Maybe one day I'll find a friend who's like, I have a Wii U, but I don't have Xenoblade. I'll be like, here you go, have mine, or one of mine. And then we could play online together and have a fun time. But I don't know anyone like that right now. I know some people who have the game, but I don't know anyone who has a Wii U and doesn't have the game who also wants the game. So I don't know, maybe I'll just have a second copy forever, just sticking around. But oh, I almost forgot. How careless of me. I have a Xenoblade Chronicles X t-shirt. It's crazy. Like, a week after the game came out, they're just like, oh, here's a t-shirt, and I got 2 of them. You can see it's the same X that's on here. It's got some cool designs on it. These are the engines from like the giant robots in the game. You can see the main hub world, the town here, New Los Angeles, and some other stuff. But the t-shirt was really cool. It was $11 per t-shirt, so I got 2 of them. Especially because, like, who knows, like, this might wear out really quickly. I haven't washed it yet. But anyways, oh boy, this is a really long episode. So, I got a lot of, like, editing and, like, gonna insert footage of the special edition stuff. Oh boy. It's a long process. Anyways, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And, I don't know what's happening with this channel right now, this second channel of mine. Am I just gonna upload, like, video game pickups? Who knows? I don't know what I'm doing with this channel. You can guess. I don't know. More reviews eventually? Yeah, eventually. But I'm kind of busy. Especially with Xenoblade all the time. Anyways, bye.